Time for another G.I. Joe review. This time I'm doing the 25th anniversary version of Croc Master. So let's get started first by reading off the character bio here on his file card. So there's the packaging there, which has some pretty cool artwork. And on the back is the file card, and it says here, Cobra Reptile Trainer, codename Croc Master, file name unknown. A casual visitor to Cobra Island might find his access to certain areas blocked by a maze-like system of shallow canals. These interconnecting waterways are abundantly stocked with ravenously hungry crocodiles that have been deliberately conditioned to be especially hostile and fast. The man responsible for these ultra-aggressive reptiles is Croc Master, a former alligator wrestler and burglar alarm salesman who founded Guard Gators Inc. in an effort to commercialize the use of alligators for home security. Croc Master spends his leisure hours dozing in a tub of tepid bathwater, with only his nose breaking the surface. He dreams strange green dreams while grinding his teeth and clenching his powerful jaws. He has a hunger that never leaves him. So that's a little bio there, which is kind of a little bit of a weird one. And I kind of like the fact that he's a former salesman, which that means he has something in common with Cobra Commander, who is also a former used car salesman, if I remember correctly. Anyways, enough about that. Let's look at the actual toy here. Let's just kind of bring him up a little bit. So there he is there. As you can see, he comes with a little alligator accessory there, a crocodile. And he's got a little whip here, a little chain. And let's kind of go in here and take a look at him up close. Just look at the detail here on him. Pretty cool looking figure. The thing I notice about him is that his head here with the little black mask and the red eyes and the little breathing apparatus thingy on there, he kind of reminds me of, I believe it was Bane from Batman, the Batman comics. I may have that wrong, but he looks kind of similar there, the way they designed him there. Anyways, another thing you'll notice on mine here, got like a little smudge of paint. Looks like they spilled some green paint there, or maybe it's a little scratch of the flesh-colored paint, revealing the green paint underneath. Anyways, it kind of sticks out on mine a little bit. But anyways, you'll notice there, his little like tank top or whatever it is, or vest, it's kind of got like the scales, I guess mimicking like the alligator scales or reptile scales there. So that's kind of a cool little touch. He's got a little Cobra emblem there. And let's just kind of go on down here. He's got the same kind of little scales here on the little holster for his gun. And on his boots as well. And on his right leg here, there's molded in a little knife or dagger of some kind. It's just sculpted on there. And obviously there's his little character stand. It says Cobra Croc Master. And let's just kind of turn him around here. And he doesn't have a real backpack, but he has this little like air tank of some kind here pegged in where the backpack would normally go. And you can remove it. So basically what you do is just loosen it up here like so. Or just pop it out here. Like that. And then you can also remove this hose here from the front part. Like that. So this whole thing does come off if you don't like it on there. So that just leaves him like that. There's the hole for the backpack. But I like them with it, so I leave it on. So let's just put that back in there. And put his little hose back in here, like so. And let's talk about his little alligator friend now. And just move him out of the way. And look at him here. So there's a little alligator that he comes with, or crocodile. Can't tell which it is really. I guess it's an alligator since it's a little on the smaller side. I think crocodiles are actually a little bit bigger if I remember correctly, but may have that backwards. Anyways, you can open and close the mouth here. It's got a little hinge there, like so, which is cool. No other movement with him or articulation. I do wish that they would have maybe made it so that the tail could swivel around or move. And he does have this little like soft rubber leash here, which is supposed to be, I guess, like a chain leash with a little handle here on it. This doesn't look like you can remove it. It actually looks like you would have to pop this jaw off if you wanted to remove it, so they probably slid this on first and then put the jaw on when they were assembling it. So yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend trying that. But anyways, so that's what he comes with there. And then his other little accessory, like we mentioned earlier, was his little bullwhip here, like so. And I do wish that they would have made this just maybe a little bit shorter. I think it looks a little too long here, but it is kind of soft and flexible, so it can kind of flex and bend like so. So that's kind of a cool little accessory for him. And the only weapon that he has is his little sidearm here, which is right here, and it's basically like a little 6-shooter, which is kind of odd, but you can see it there. It's just gray, but it is kind of very generic. This is real soft rubber, and if you look at it from the front end there of the barrel, you'll notice it's not really round. It's just kind of like flat, like they smushed it down. So yeah, it makes it look kind of rather cheap. But it does fit in his hand rather well. Just stick it in there like that, and the finger actually does go in the trigger, which is kind of cool. So it actually looks a little more realistic when he's holding the gun there like that, which I like. So let's just move this out and put it back into the holster here, like that. And it stays in there fairly securely. It doesn't want to flop out at all. And as far as the articulation on him goes, it's pretty much the standard 25th anniversary level of articulation. So you can move the head here like so. It's on a ball joint. You get a little bit of that movement restricted though because of this little breathing apparatus thingy. But the shoulders can bend up and down here. You can rotate them around 360. Rotate here at the elbows 360. Bend the elbows. Do the wrists. Chest can pivot around like so. Hips can go like so. And the knees are double jointed. And feet and ankles can rotate and bend up and down. So yeah, pretty much the standard level of articulation for any of the modern day G.I. Joe figures. So let's plop him back on his stand here. And put his little alligator back in his hand, or the leash for the alligator there, like so. And we'll give him back his little bullwhip. Whoops. Just kind of shove that in there like that. There we go. So now he's ready to train some reptiles or crocodiles or alligators or whatever. I think this guy's a cool figure. I'd say go out and get him. He's one of the more rather unique Cobra figures. I think he kind of looks more like a Dreadnought than anything else, and he kind of probably fits in with that group. They probably should even have made him a Dreadnought, actually, instead of just calling him the, reptile trainer as a generic designation. But I do think he's a cool figure. I think he's worth one that is worth picking up. So if you can find this guy, get him. I think he's worth it. Anyways, that'll do it here for my look at the 25th anniversary Croc Master.